Namaste children. So we are discussing the sixth chapter, lines and angles. Today we are going to discuss a transversal and the angles made by the transversal with a pair of lines. What is the relationship between the angles if the two lines are parallel lines, and theorems related to that different kinds of angles. So now first of all, what is a transversal? A transversal is a line. A transversal is a line which intersects two or more than two lines at distinct points. It means at different points. Such line is known as a transversal. A transversal is a line which intersects two or more than two lines at different points, at distinct points. Two lines at distinct points means different points. Such line is known as a transversal. See here, let these are two lines, and these two lines are intersected by a line L. Here L is the transversal. L is a transversal. Now you take, yes, these are the two lines, and these two lines are intersected by another line. You see here, let this is L. So here also L is a transversal. In this case also, yes, this is, we call this line is also a transversal. Even we can take three lines, as I said, three lines, two or more than two lines. So two distinct points, two different points. Here three points, three different points. Such line is a transversal. Yes, this is also L is a transversal. In all these cases, L is the transversal line, or simply it is transversal. Yes. Can we call here this L is a transversal? Yes. Can we call this L is a transversal here? Yes. Can we call this L is a transversal? Yes, of course we call this as a transversal. Now, like this we will identify. Now, when a transversal intersects a pair of lines, how many angles are formed here? It is, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 angles are formed. So 8 angles are formed, and here some angles are there between these two lines. Those angles are known as interior angles, and some angles, that is these 4 angles, are there outside, and they are exterior angles. Interior angles, exterior angles, angles on the same side of the transversal. Now we discuss the different types of angles formed when a transversal intersects a pair of lines. Yes. Now, angles made by a transversal with a pair of lines. As we discussed, when a pair of lines are intersected by a transversal, here angles are formed like this. 8 angles are formed. You see, yes, this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, angle 7 and angle 8. So here we have different types of angles. If you observe the angles 1, 2, 7 and 8, angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8, how they are placed? Yes, they are placed outside these two lines, that is the external part of the line, that is angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8. So here angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, angle 8 are what kind of angles they are? They are exterior angles or exterior angles. So these angles are exterior angles. Now, similarly, if you see, yes, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5 and angle 6. These 4 angles are there between these two lines, that is internal part, interior part. That's why these 4 angles are called interior angles. So see the figure? Yes. This will form 4 angles. Yes. You see what are those? It is from this figure: angle 3, angle 4, angle 5 and angle 6. These are there between these two lines, given lines. Hence they are called interior angles. Therefore, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6 are interior angles. Interior angles. Now let's see interior angles. Now if you observe here, angle 3 and angle 5, angle 4 and angle 6, they are on either side. Interior angles are either side of the transversal made between these two lines. So those angles are known as alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. Yes, you see this figure? Yes. So what we call these angles? Yes. See, this is angle 3 and angle 5. Angle 3, angle 5. On the other pair of angles, angle 4 and angle 6. Yes, when we draw them, this is angle 4 and angle 6. See, angle 3, angle 5 and angle 4, angle 6 are alternate interior angles, are called alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. So how many pairs of alternate interior angles are formed here? 2 pairs of alternate interior angles. That is angle 3, angle 5. These two are will form 1 pair of alternate interior angles. Angle 4 and angle 6 also will form 1 pair of alternate interior angles. Now, similarly, yes, we have the other pair of angles are there. Angles on the same side of the transversal. Angles on the same side of the transversal. Yes, if you see this one, yeah, this angle, yes, this figure if you observe, yes. So this is what? Angle 4 and this is angle 5. See the next figure. Here we have different figures. Yes. Now it is angle 3 and it is angle 6. If you observe angle 4 and angle 5, interior angles on the same side of the transversal. 3 and 6 interior angles on the same side of the transversal. So we call this angle 4, angle 5 and angle 3, angle 6 are called interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Interior angles. Interior angles on the same side of the transversal. On the same side of the transversal. And we also call these angles as co-interior angles. What we call? Co-interior angles. Co-interior angles or consecutive angles. Consecutive angles. So here we have 2 pairs of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Now the last kind of angles, the corresponding angles. Yes, if you observe this figure, we will find the corresponding angles. Yes, you observe this. What is this? It is angle 1. And what is this? From the given figure it is 5. Angle 1, angle 5 will form 1 pair of corresponding angles. See the other pair of corresponding angles. Yes, like this. If you join angle 2 and this is angle 6. So here we have 1 more pair of corresponding angles. Yes. Yes, like this. This is now 3 and it is 7. Angle 3 and angle 7. Now the 4th pair of corresponding angles is angle 4 and angle 8. So these angles are what? That is angle 1, angle 5, angle 2, angle 6, angle 3, angle 7, angle 4, angle 8 are corresponding angles. They are called corresponding angles. corresponding angles. So these are the different kinds of angles which are formed by a transversal with a pair of lines, like corresponding angles, exterior angles, interior angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles also we can also use for the other set of angles, that is angle 2 and angle 8, angle 1 and angle 7 will form what it is alternate exterior angles, and co-interior angles, they are also known as consecutive angles. Now what is the relation between these pairs of angles when the transversal intersects with a pair of parallel lines? Now angles made by a transversal with parallel lines. So what is the relation between those angles with the parallel lines? Let here M and N are two parallel lines. M and M are two parallel lines. L is a transversal. L is a transversal. Now the angles made by these parallel lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and it is 8. 8 angles are formed. We know the corresponding angles are equal. First point, when a pair of parallel lines intersected by a transversal, then corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. That is, see the figure. What are the corresponding angles in this figure? Angle 1 and angle 5. Angle 1 comma angle 5. That is, angle 1 is equals to angle 5. Similarly, angle 2 is equals to angle 6. Angle 2 is equals to angle 6. And angle 3 is equals to angle 7. Angle 4 is equals to angle 8. Angle 3 is equals to angle 7. And angle 4 is equals to angle 8. 4 pairs of corresponding angles are equal. Then, what about alternate interior angles? Alternate interior angles are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. Interior angles. Alternate interior angles are equal. Yes. What are the alternate interior angles which are located into this figure? Angle 3 and angle 5, angle 4 and angle 6. That is, angle 3 is equals to angle 5 and angle 4 is equals to angle 6. That is alternate interior angles. Then the third type of angles, that is angle 4 and angle 5, angle 3 and angle 6. They are co-interior angles. Co-interior angles. Their sum is 180 degrees. They are supplementary angles. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Yes, they are supplementary, or their sum is equals to 180 degrees. Their sum is 180 degrees. So what are co-interior angles in this? Angle 3 and angle 6. That is, angle 3 is equals to, angle 3 plus angle 6 is equals to 180 degrees. And angle 4 plus angle 5. Angle 4 plus angle 5 is equals to 180 degrees. So this is the relation. Now these relations, these two relations we study in the form of theorems. 6.2, 6.3, 6.4 and 6.5. Corresponding angles, we have an axiomatic corresponding angles that we will discuss now.
Now axiom 6.3. If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. What is axiom 6.3 states that if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. So this axiom is also known as corresponding angles axiom. So now its converse statement is there. Axiom 6.4. If a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of corresponding angles is equal, a pair of corresponding angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel to each other. It means if any transversal intersects a pair of lines, then and if one pair of corresponding angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel to each other. Yes, this axiom we use to prove the two given lines are parallel or not, to check whether they are parallel or not. So this axiom is known as corresponding angles axiom.
Now theorem 6.2. If a transversal line intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angles are equal. So this theorem contains two statements. If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, comma is there. This is the first statement. It means a transversal is given, the transversal is intersecting two parallel lines. Then what we have to prove? Each pair of alternate interior angles are equal. We know we have two pairs of alternate interior angles, and we have to prove that the two pairs of alternate interior angles are equal. So draw the figure first. Yes, draw two parallel lines. Let L and M are two parallel lines. L and M are two parallel lines. N is a transversal. N is a transversal. What we have to prove? The two alternate interior angles are, two pairs of alternate interior angles are equal. Yes, see here. Let this is angle 1 and it is angle 2. This is angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, and angle 6, angle 7, angle 8. So four angles, four pairs of angles are formed when two lines are intersected by a transversal. Now what we have to prove? The two pairs of alternate interior angles, angle 3 and angle 6 are equal, angle 4 and angle 5 are equal. Angle 4 and angle 5 are equal. So how do we prove this? Yes, for this, write for each theorem, write the given statements. What is given here? L is parallel to M and N is a transversal. N is a transversal. N is a transversal. So this is the given statement. Now what we have to prove? RTP required to prove. What we have to prove? Two cases here. That is angle 3 is equals to angle 6. And the second one it is angle 4 is equals to angle 5. That is two pairs of alternate interior angles are equal. Proof. How do we prove? Yes, by using the concept of corresponding angles axiom as well as the vertically opposite angles theorem. You see here in this figure, angle 1 and angle 6, angle 1 and angle 6 are equal. Why they are equal? Yes, because they are corresponding angles. I am drawing separately. Yes, this is angle 1 and it is angle 6. M. What are angle 1 and angle 6? They are equal because angle 1 and angle 6 are corresponding angles. Angle 1 is equals to angle 6. Equation 1. Reason? Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. Now you see here, what about angle 1 and angle 3? Angle 1 and angle 3, they are vertically opposite angles. You see here, angle 1 and angle 3, what they are? Vertically opposite angles. Angle 1 is equals to angle 3. The reason it is vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles and are equal. So from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, what we can conclude? As their LHS sides are equal, angle 1 and angle 1. So their RHS must be equal. That is angle 3 is equals to angle 6. The first one we proved. Next to prove the second one, second set of alternate interior angles, that is angle 4 is equals to angle 5. So they will take here angle 2 and angle 5 both are what? Corresponding angles. Angle 2 and angle second step proof we will do here now. Now angle 2 is equals to angle 5. Equation number 3, that is corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. Angles are equal. Equation 3 it is. Now angle 2 is equals to angle 5. This is angle 2 is equals to angle 5. Both are corresponding angles. What about angle 2 and angle 4? This is angle 4. Both are vertically opposite angles. That is angle 2 is equals to angle 4. Equation number 4. The reason it is vertically opposite angles are equal. Now observe these equations 3 and 4. What we can conclude? Their LHS are equal. Therefore their RHS must be equal. From equation 3 and 4, what we can conclude? Angle 5 is equals to angle 4 or angle 4 is equals to angle 5. Angle 4 is equals to angle 5. Hence it is proved. So this is one way of proving this theorem. Even we also can use a linear pair of angles to prove the theorem. Yes, you can try how to prove this theorem using linear pair of angles. Is it clear, children? Now, theorem 6.3. If a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of alternate interior angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel. Here the first statement is from. If a transversal intersects two lines, we don't know whether they are parallel or not, just two lines, such that how transversal intersected a pair of lines such a way that a pair of alternate interior angles is equal. One pair of alternate interior angles is equal. Then prove that the two lines are parallel. Yes. How do we prove the two lines are parallel? Again here we use the corresponding angles as seen. Let the two lines are P and Q. R is a transversal which intersects the two lines P and Q at two distinct points. So let this is 1, 2, 3 and you take this as 4. So what is given here? Angle 3 is equals to angle 4 is given. We have to prove P and Q are parallel lines. When we can say that two lines are parallel, if one pair of corresponding angles are equal, one pair of corresponding angles, you see in this figure, angle 1 and angle 4, angle 1 and angle 4 will form one pair of corresponding angles. It means if we prove angle 1 is equals to angle 4 by axiom 6.4, we can say that these two lines are parallel to each other. So we need to prove angle 1 is equals to angle 4 to prove P and Q are parallel lines. Yes. How do we prove? First write the given data. So what is given in this for this theorem? Two lines are given, that is P comma Q are two lines and R is a transversal and R is a transversal and also angle 3 is equals to angle 4. These two angles are equal, it is given. Angle 3 is equals to angle 4. Now R, T, P required to prove. What we have to prove? P is parallel to Q. P is parallel to Q. Proof. Observe the figure. Yes, it is given angle 3 is equals to angle 4. Given angle 3 is equals to angle 4. Now what about angle 1 and angle 3? Angle 1 and angle 3, these two are what? Vertically opposite angles. Now angle 3 is equals to angle 1. That is vertically opposite angles are equal. Angle 3 is equals to angle 1. Take this as equation 1 and equation 2. Now from equation 1 and equation 2, their LHS are equal, therefore their RHS must be equal. That is, angle 4 is equals to angle 1 or angle 1 is equals to angle 4. Now what we can write from equation 1 and 2? From equation 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Angle 1 is equals to angle 4. Now observe the figure. What are angle 1 and angle 4 in this figure? Yes, they are corresponding angles. And just now we have proved that these two angles are equal. Therefore, P is parallel to Q by axiom 6.4. Now consider, now P comma Q are two lines. P comma Q are two lines and R is a transversal. R is a transversal. R is a transversal. And angle 1 is equals to angle 4. What are these for this? Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are equal. Then what we can say? When one pair of corresponding angles are equal, we can say that the two lines are parallel to each other. Therefore, P is parallel to Q by axiom 6.4. Axiom 6.4. What is axiom 6.4? That is, if a transversal intersects a pair of lines such that one pair of corresponding angles are equal, then the two lines are parallel to each other. So through that statement we can prove here P and Q are parallel to each other. Is it clear, children? Now we will discuss theorem 6.4. If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. Supplementary means supplementary angles. That pair of angles are supplementary angles. It means sum of their measures is 180 degrees. That is, angle 3 plus angle 5 is equals to 180 degrees. Angle 3 and angle 5 are co-interior angles or consecutive angles or interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Angle 3 plus angle 5 is equals to 180 degrees and angle 4 plus angle 6 is also equals to 180 degrees. So here two parallel lines are given and a transversal is given. We need to prove that the interior angles on the same side of the transversal, interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary angles. Yes, how do we prove this? Given. So what is given in this? X is parallel to Y and Z is a transversal. Z is a transversal. Z is a transversal. Yes, what we have to prove? RTP required to prove. Angle 3 plus angle 5 is equals to 180 degrees. Angle 3 plus angle 5 is equals to 180 degrees. Second pair of interior angles on the same side, it is angle 4 plus angle 6 is equals to 180 degrees. Yes, how do we prove? How do we prove, children? Yes. Observe here, we need to prove angle 3 and angle 5. What are angle 1 and angle 2? Linear pair of angles and their sum is equals to how much it is? 180 degrees. 180 degrees. And what about this? Here you can take angle 2 and angle 3. What are these? Angle 2 and angle 3? They are linear pair of angles. Their sum is equals to 180 degrees. And angle 2 is equals to angle 5. Angle 2 is equals to angle 5. Corresponding angles. So here we are using the concept of linear pair of angles and the corresponding angles. See from the figure. Angle 2 plus angle 3 is equals to 180 degrees. Equation 1. Why they are equal to 180 degrees? Linear pair of angles. Angles are the same straight line whose sum is equals to 180 degrees. That is a pair of angles whose sum is 180 degrees on same straight line are known as linear pair of angles. Now what about angle 2 and angle 5? Angle 2 is equals to, this is angle 2 and it is angle 5. Angle 2 is equals to angle 5. This is equation 2. What is the reason? Corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. Yes. That is angle 2 plus angle 3 is 180 degrees and angle 2 is equals to angle 5. So from 1 and 2, from equation 1 and equation 2. So what we can write? Substitute. Angle 2 is equals to angle 5. In the place of angle 2, what we can write? Angle 5 plus angle 3 is equals to 180 degrees. That is angle 3 plus angle 5 is equals to 180 degrees. Like this we can prove. Now we will prove angle 4 plus angle 6 is equals to 180 degrees. How? We will see now. How do we prove angle 4 is equal to angle 6? Similarly here, using the same concept, angle 1 plus angle 4. Angle 1 plus angle 4 is equals to 180 degrees. That is linear pair of angles. Linear pair of angles. Now angle 1 is equals to angle 6. Angle 1 is equals to angle 6. That is corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. Yes. Like this we will find out when we see this equation 3 and 4. From equation 3 and 4, from equation 3 and 4. Equation 3 it is angle 1 plus angle 4 is 180 degrees and equation 4 it is angle 1 is equal to angle 6. Now substitute in the place of angle 1 as angle 6. Therefore what we get? Angle 6 plus angle 4 is equals to 180 degrees. Angle 6 plus angle 4 is equals to 180 degrees. By rearranging this, angle 4 plus angle 6 is equals to 180 degrees. Like this we will prove the second identity, that is angle 4 plus angle 6 is equals to 180 degrees. Hence it is proved. Hence it is proved. So like this we prove this theorem by using the concept of linear pair of angles axiom and the corresponding angles axiom. Is it clear, children? Now we will discuss its converse theorem. Now, theorem 6.5. If a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary, then the two lines are parallel. So here, two lines are given A and B, and these two lines are intersected by a transversal C, and one pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal, that is angle 3 and angle 5. One pair of interior angles. Their sum is 180 degrees. That is angle 3 plus angle 5 is 180 degrees. Then we have to prove that lines A and B are parallel to each other. Yes, how do we prove? Simple it is. Angle 3 plus angle 5 is 180 degrees. It is given. Yes, what about angle 2 and angle 3? Angle 2 and angle 3. Their sum is 180 degrees. Linear pair of angles. So from these two equations, angle 3 is common. Therefore, angle 2 is equals to angle 5. But in this figure, angle 2 and angle 5 both are corresponding angles. They are corresponding angles. By again corresponding angles axiom, we can say that the two lines are parallel to each other. Yes, what is given for this theorem? A and B are two lines. A and B are two lines. There are two lines, just two lines, and C is a transversal. C is a transversal, and also angle 3 plus angle 5 is equals to 180 degrees. That is one pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. Now RTP required to prove. What we have to prove? We should prove that A is parallel to B. Line A is parallel to line B. Yes, the proof is a simple proof. Yes, you see it is given angle 3 plus angle 5 is equals to 180 degrees, equation 1, and it is given in the theorem. Now what about angle 2 and angle 3? This pair forms linear pair and their sum is 180 degrees. Now angle 3 plus angle 2 is equals to 180 degrees, equation number 2. That is linear pair of angles. Linear pair of angles. Now from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, as their RHS 180 degrees and 180 degrees are equal, then their LHS must be equal. So what is their LHS? It is angle 3 plus angle 5 is equals to angle 3 plus angle 2. Yes. Angle 3 and angle 3 are cancelled. When we transpose the other side, we get minus sign and will be cancelled. Now angle 5 is equals to angle 2. That is, therefore, angle 2 is equals to angle 5. That is angle 2 and angle 5. Angle 2 and angle 5. What are they? They are corresponding angles for the lines A and B, and they are equal. Therefore, by axiom 6.4, the two lines are parallel to each other. Now, since A and B are two lines, A and B are two lines, and C is a transversal, C is a transversal, C is a transversal, and angle 2 is equals to angle 5. Just now we proved, and they are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. Then what we can say when they are equal? By axiom 6.4, we can say that A is parallel to B by axiom 6.4. Axiom 6.4. That is, if a pair of lines are intersected by a transversal and one pair of corresponding angles are equal, then the two lines are parallel to each other. So this is about different angles formed by a transversal with a pair of parallel lines and their relationship we discussed in the form of their proofs. Is it clear, children, all the proofs? Thank you.